Hi, and welcome to another episode of Legislative Report. I'm your state representative, Ryan Mackenzie. Today, we're here in Topton at the Lutheran Home in Topton, a fantastic resource that we have right here in our community to help with placement for children into foster homes and also as a location where seniors can reside. I'm joined by Mark Pyle, the president and CEO of Diakon. Thanks for joining us today.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Well, let's start by just tell me a little bit about Diakon and the organization in general.
Diakon was formed actually in 2000, believe it, of a merger of Trestle Lutheran Services and Lutheran Home at Topton. At that point, it was a merger of equals, and that it's reflected in our history going back 150 years. And that has provided us a real opportunity to serve the needs of this area and this region.
Well, that's fantastic, and you are celebrating 150 years coming up. I mean, that's a tremendous history that you have in the organization, so that's an accomplishment that should be recognized.
Diakon started as two orphanages, one in Louisville, Pennsylvania in Perry County, and this one we're on the grounds right here at the Lutheran Home at Topton. And the history and the alignment with our history of the services that we presently do is just a great reflection of the care and service that our staff here provide and the needs that foster care and adoptive families need moving forward.
Terrific. And now the organization has grown a lot over the years, so what's the breadth of the organization nowadays?
Diakon serves several areas in the state of Pennsylvania, central PA, eastern PA, and northern Maryland. We provide 9 retirement, continuing care and retirement communities in that region, as well as we also have a division that provides adoption and foster care services, services to adjudicated youth, behavioral health, counseling services, and other services that we're helping individuals in need.
Great. Well, a lot of good work that you do here, so thank you for that. And how did you get involved with Diakon?
I've been associated with Diakon since its beginning in 2000. I was originally came and worked for the Topton organization from 1997 for 3 years, and then the merger happened, and I was right in the middle of all of that, got involved with that. And I've had great experiences. I came from the western part of Pennsylvania, but I live in Mackenzie and have lived there for 21 years, and I really enjoy the area, and I'm very blessed to be part of this organization.
Well, fantastic. So we're going to see a couple different things today. So the first thing that we're going to go visit is a senior facility. Tell us about what we're going to be able to see there.
In our senior care now is a continuum of care, meaning that you have various levels of care that people come and they age in place. Typically they come to a campus like Topton in independent living, stay there, and then over time as their needs change, they either require personal care, maybe skilled care. A couple could live there, one could be independent, the other could require further care, and they remain on the same campus. So it's a continuum of care, and it's a quality of care through, life's many challenges.
Sure, and the other part that we're going to see later and talk about more is adoption and foster services.
Yes, behind us is the original orphanage of the Lutheran Home at Topton, 1896. Operated many years. It's an iconic building, it's a great building. The board of the Lutheran Home at Topton for many years was trying to figure out what to use the building for. Over the years, after orphanages kind of left the treatment modality, we found this possibility to move our permanency, our adoption and foster care staff into that building. I like to say that we're working with the orphans of today through those services, and we're finding placements and families, and we're moving those offices here of permanency, adoption and foster care here at Topton. Provides a training site, provides the opportunity to recruit more staff, but also families to support these kids in Pennsylvania that need those services.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you. So why don't we go check out the senior facility first, and we'll learn more about that.
Thank you.
All right, Mark, we're now inside this senior care facility here at Topton. Tell us about the range of services for seniors and also what specifically is offered here.
Okay. Diakon provides what's called a continuum care retirement community. So people come independently into our campuses. We have 9 campuses across the region, which we provide services like here at the Lutheran Home at Topton. That continuum of care, you come independently, as a single, as a couple, and then as you age in place, there's personal care available and private duty nursing available, as well as skilled care. We provide post-hospital care, rehab care, short-term care. The changing climate and the way things are in healthcare today, we as an organization have had to change our mode of treatment and care, and that continues.
So let's talk a little bit more about that. What are the big changes that you're seeing in healthcare for seniors?
An organization like Diakon is expected to be able to handle higher levels of acuity, the amount of care someone requires. So we're seeing shorter lengths of stay in our facilities like Topton, as well as higher levels of acuity. So our staff are doing a great job of getting training and being able to handle the kinds of cases that we see that maybe 5-10 years ago we would not have cared for here at the Lutheran Home of Topton.
Great. And now the staffing that you're seeing at a location like this, are you able to fill all of these positions, or is it difficult to find people for this type of work?
You're hitting on a key strategic concern, but also opportunity. Attracting, recruiting, and retaining staff is a big organizational goal that we have. We're trying to, as long as you can retain your staff, anytime you have a turnover, you lose that experience. We try very hard to retain our staff. Our goal as an organization is 75% in our retention rate, and we do hit that. But with the baby boomers retiring and there's a lot of competition for staff, we benefit because of the mission of the organization. People feel a calling to work here, and that's a real positive for us organizationally.
Now, positions that are in need here to be filled at Diakon, what's your biggest need?
Clearly, nursing is an area that will continue to be a real area of need moving forward. Nursing assistants, LPNs, RNs. We also continue to need folks in our business areas and other areas. So it's somewhat across the board, but the focus, quite honestly, is in the nursing, in the care areas.
Okay. Great. Now, you've talked about the mission, which is a fantastic one. Let's talk more about that and also all of the community benefit that you provide as Diakon.
Well, Diakon annually provides about $19 million of community impact, and some of that's the shortfall that we receive in revenue from Medicaid to our costs. But collectively, that's a big number. And we provide benevolent care to our people who come to our organization. We don't ask people to leave when they run out of money. We continue to maintain them there. That's almost $1 million a month of benevolent care that we provide. And that's something that we're very proud of, but it's also something that's critical to raising money to help our people who come to us for care.
Absolutely, and we know Diakon is also involved in the larger community in terms of giving back. I know it's just part of your mission and your organization. Tell us a little bit about your outside activities as well.
We provide a number of services and scholarships for folks. We work with adjudicated youth, helping them get back on the right path. I talked earlier about adoption and foster care and permanency. We have some behavioral health programs. The drug and alcohol issues that are really just rampaging our country, we're very much involved in trying to help and getting people on the right path back. So there's a number of things we do. We try to do things that we do very well. We don't do all things, but we do the things that we think we're making an immediate impact to people in their lives and their families.
Absolutely. Well, we'll have the information for the website on the screen, so if people do want to contribute, they can join us there. All right, we're going to head back out to the old main building and talk about the building and what work goes on there. All right, Mark, we're back in front of the old main building here. Again, as we said earlier, a really iconic building for Topton. Why don't you tell me a little bit about the building itself?
Well, the building, as you can see, is a very large building. It was the orphanage, and there were several hundred kids in its heyday here in the orphanage, which took care of kids that were abandoned, kids that were needed of assistance, and that mode of taking care of folks, kids, happened for many, many years. This building has always been a iconic building, but it's also been a building where the board of directors of the Lutheran Home of Topton and Diakon have scratched their heads saying, what can we use that for? We had the opportunity, and we do foster care and permanency services adoptive services for the area and the region. We also cover the entire state of Pennsylvania with the statewide adoption network. All the public adoptions that are done in Pennsylvania go through that system. But this building was available. We had a very nice bequest from Helen Palmer from the Reading area, and she was somebody that was an interested advocate for children going back to the Lutheran Home at Topton days, and we were able to use a gift from her to help in moving this project forward.
Well, that's fantastic. Very generous of her. Obviously going to go to good use here in Topton, so very appreciative for that. Tell us more about that. You mentioned the statewide network. Why don't you tell us more about that and how that contract comes to be every so often?
It's a competitive contract. Every 5 years it put out for bid. This is our 17th year of operating it, so obviously we've gotten it for several series of contract periods. We administer all the nonprofit networks doing public adoptions in Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania right now there's 18,000 kids waiting for support and service in the adoption foster care arena. At this moment there's 2,000 kids that if we had a family for them, we could move them into the adoptive or foster care system. Part of our vision for this project is to have a facility that can train, attract, and equip people for the difficult and challenging work of serving these kids in foster care and adoption. And that's what we hope this project will help in identifying, having people extend interest, and we'll train them and help them take care of some of these kids out there.
Absolutely. So we're going to have the Diakon website on the screen so that people who are interested in joining as a foster or adoptive family or individual can learn more information and can apply online. What makes somebody a good candidate to welcome a child into their home?
My observation is having an open, loving heart is key. I'm amazed at the quality and the loving care and concern and compassion of these individuals who do that. And quite frankly, I respect them so much being willing to do that and take kids into their home like that.
Absolutely. It's fantastic that we have so many giving people in the community who do that, but we are always looking for more individuals who want to step up and do that.
And
so
we hope this project helps to lift it up and get people's interest and maybe just to find more about it, and they can go from there.
Yep. And now the children who are available for adoption and foster care, what's the age range of those individuals?
Good question. The average age of kids now in the system that are available for adoption and foster care are 7 to 8 years old. No question about that. It's a challenging group. Special needs, as you might guess, are part of that. The days of the little infant coming right out of the hospital, those tend to not be available. And these are kids that clearly have issues and challenges, but we're trying to address them and provide them a caring, loving home.
Sure. Well, as challenging as it might be, I know Diakon provides a lot of great services to those families that do go through adoption and foster care. And I know some people that have done that personally, and while it might be challenging, they've also found it very rewarding.
Yes.
So it's a great opportunity. So thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks again, Mark.
Okay.
Again, I'm State Representative Ryan Mackenzie. This is Legislative Report, and I hope you'll join us next time for another episode.